career has been an empowering process. In my early experiences, they led me into humanitarian work. After working for a few years with communities focusing on gender and disability, I found it fulfilling. It gives me opportunity to focus on strengthening people's capacities, helping them to identify their own individual strengths, as well as what opportunities they have to contribute to their communities. I worked on 2 projects, one at a rehabilitation center for people with disabilities, where they received training in vocational skills and also provided with kits to start up their lives. I also worked on another project with parents of children with disabilities, which focused on organizational development. While there, I helped to build them into a local NGO by empowering them with skills and knowledge regarding organizational development, for them to also understand their children's conditions, as well as also their rights, and also how they can advocate for the promotion of their children's rights. While working there, I realized and developed my passion to help out those that are less privileged than I am. So that was the beginning of my focus on my career in humanitarian work, because I was looking at all it all and said, okay, what another better way to help out or make a contribution in life than to work in the humanitarian sector. Engagement is one of the many approaches that are used to strengthen community capacity. It's approaches through which community members, groups, and even organizations empower, plan, and carry out or even evaluate their activities towards a common goal. And this is done on a participatory as well as sustained basis. I've been inspired from my earlier experiences, as I said, that I like to work with groups to help build their capacity. And so for me, I found that community engagement is one of the best ways through which I can also fulfill my passion, where we work to strengthen the capacities of other members within the organization, or the less privileged, or those that are vulnerable amongst us. And through my area work, as I said, I learned also that there is power in engaging each and every individual, because we are all part of the community, and therefore it is important to actually engage an individual as well as the community. I found that the less privileged, or those that are more vulnerable, they also have rich experiences and a voice that is actually very key and vital for development. When their voice and the experience of those who are better off are coupled together, we actually end up with something very impactful within our communities. I would say we end up with development projects that are impactful within our communities. So the experiences of the individual and the experiences of the community, they all shape the projects that we have, they shape the development agendas that we have, they also shape the policies and even the strategies that we are using for development. So that, for me, is a push factor to keep working in the humanitarian sector, and also using community engagement as the tool. For community engagement, the key is that it helps the communities maintain a sense of collective action. It is an approach that is connecting the community members in a way that allows the individuals themselves to take ownership in addressing the issues that they themselves have identified, and they themselves have made a decision to actually act on it. So through community engagement, we are actually creating this social movement that is, in my own perspective, a very strong conduit or channel for development and also for organized diffusion. Through community engagement, community members are able to reach out even to those that have not been directly, targeted within development programs. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that with community engagement, it brings meaningful participation from the community members through the increased knowledge and through also the increased skills, and also by giving them a voice, which actually goes far and wide. So like under the Breakthrough Action Malawi, where we are working on a project on child, early and forced marriages, we are advancing this because we are engaging different groupings from different sectors within our impact communities. So we are working with adolescent girls and boys who I think we all can agree that they are also being affected, and this issue of child, early and forced marriages is actually affecting them more. And then for the adolescents, we work with both in and out of school. And we also work with traditional leaders, we work with the caregivers themselves, we work with the governments, the judiciary, and all these, when we listen to their perspectives on these issues, we find that, we all have something to contribute towards mitigating, preventing, and ending such practices. And as we engage them at the different levels within the social behavior change, steps or stages, we found that the people, they are moving from one phase to the other because of the interventions or because of their engagement within the project. So community engagement is actually a very strong tool. Looking forward to having more empowering and equitable global health community engagement approaches. Approaches that focus on sustaining the gains or the vision that the communities have. Communities where we are having no gender-based violence, no school dropouts, no child, early and forced marriages, communities where there's no negativity in our cultures. I'm looking at community engagement where everyone is accountable to self and to others or to community. I'm also looking forward to community engagement approaches that are digitalized, where community members are able to interact globally, to interact from near and far, and that allows them actually to share their work and their experiences, and therefore advancing community